Well, let me show you one of the coolest things I have bought in a long time. It does one thing. What is that one thing? Here's what it does. You'll see that again. And I mean, it's hard to break. Let me show you how that works when I'm not just playing around. Here's my blackberries. I'm growing blackberries in containers. This is leaning up against the wire like it should, but if I want to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, I find a good place. I'll bend that leaf down and I'll come in here, stand it straight up and do that. And we are done on that one. Let's do another one. Let me show you how this works. Close it and it picks up the tape. Insert the tape, close it, and it staples the tape and cuts the tape. I can do this on either side, but I'll go ahead and do this one on this side also. Get in there. Done. Wow. I'm telling you, I saw this, I've had it a couple of months. Saw this on YouTube or somewhere, and I said, dude, I got to have that. All right, let's look at another one. Heck, let's look at all of them. As you can see, this one is leaning over. This one should be right about here, or here, simply because this is where the pot is. That's the center of the pot right there. Let me scoot the camera over a little bit. So that's the center of the pot, and it had growing diagonal a little bit. So we're gonna stop that by doing this and this. You gotta make sure you get the wire in there. I was getting the plant, but not the wire. There you go. Now, you grape growers have known about that for a long time. Yeah, okay, this is not news to you. But a little farmer like me, that's a game changer. You ought to see all the places I tied my, heck, I'm gonna show you. All the places I tied my tomatoes and stuff. I mean, that's not just for blackberries. Tomatoes, cucumbers, anything that vines. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Let me show you something else. Again, this one is laying over. This is one of the ones I pruned. Reposition the camera just a little bit. This is one of the ones I pruned. Pick up the tape. Every now and then it boogers up just a little enough to make it not want to pick up the tape. It's all right, not a big deal. I'm not tying it real tight. I could, you know, some of them I should. If they're leaning, I should take it a little bit tighter. But now that this is pruned, that gives these the opportunity to put on those laterals, and those laterals are really going to make this plant heavy because they're going to be full of leaves, full of blackberries, hopefully, at least next year anyway. These are primicanes. I've got to go all the way around these blackberry vines, and that's what they will look like when I'm done, with a little orange band on them. I'll come back and finish the blackberries later. Let me show you how I use this in other applications. So here's a tomato plant in a container. It's about 4 feet tall out of the container. And what I did was put a piece of rebar in it. These are those self-wicking tubs. Put a piece of rebar all the way down till I felt like I was on the ground cover on the bottom with a little piece of rebar, 3/8 rebar. Came up, put a cage on it, did that in about 4 places. Did it right here. It's starting to fade. You can't really see it as well. That one right there. There's one right there below the one I just did. There's one up here. The tape has faded in the sun somewhat, but it's still holding well, and we have had some pretty doggone good winds. So what I did that on everything, on all my tomatoes. I've got them all staked with rebar. The tomatoes in containers, in these red containers, I've got all those staked with rebar and using the little tie tool. So that is just the niftiest little tool I have seen in a long, long time. I mean, that is quick and easy and safe. And you know, I have gone in there and on the backside when I was doing, I've gotten too close to the backside, and I've cut a limb. I did that one of my first times. I got too close. I wanted to be tight, so I got too close, and I cut a tomato stalk and no, it was basil. But anyway, shoot, man, that's a game changer for me. I mean, I love that. So I'm gonna put a link to it below. It may be something you want. Again, you grape guys that do a lot of grapes, y'all have had these for years. Y'all have got electric ones, pneumatic ones. I mean, you got lots of toys that speeds up your operation. But just for Joe Blow farmer, this is about 30 bucks, 25, 30 bucks if I remember right. And you know, maybe 30, maybe 40 bucks. I don't know. I'll put a link to it, and you can see for yourself. Amazon is where I got this, and I will send you a link to some Amazon stuff. This is I just, why would anybody not have that? the tape is got a little bit of stretch to it, so it's not going to hurt the plant. The plant can grow into it, but man, that's neat. I bought it a couple of months ago. Been wanting to show you. Been waiting for an opportunity, and I needed to tie my blackberries to the trellis I just made. If you don't know what I'm talking about the trellis, look right about there in the corner, up there in the right corner, and I'll show you, or at the end of the video, I'll show you the excellent blackberry trellis that I just made, and is going to work out excellent for me and for you if you build one. All right, that's it. We're done. Get one of these. Time saving dude, labor saving dude. All right, we're gone.